Las Vegas pulsed like a fever dream, its neon veins glowing under a desert sky. Jack Harlan, 42, was a ghost in this city of chance, a Reno mechanic whose hands knew carburetors better than card tables. 5 years ago, cancer claimed his wife, Ellie, stripping him of hope. Now, he toiled in a dusty garage, his evenings lost to whiskey and regret. But fate, that merciless dealer, was about to shuffle his deck. It was a blistering Friday in July. Jack's boss, a greasy penny pincher named Carl, docked his overtime pay, leaving him with $12.50 tank of gas. His '98 Ford pickup coughed its last breath right outside the Mirage Casino, radiator hose split like a bad bet. Cursing, Jack popped the hood, but the fix needed tools he didn't have. The tow truck was hours away. The casino's lights flickered, tempting him. "One drink," he muttered, wiping sweat from his brow. "What's the harm?" Inside, the Mirage was a sensory assault. Cigarette smoke curled like specters, slot machines sang their siren songs, and the air thrummed with desperate hope. Jack slid onto a bar stool, ordering a $3 beer. His eyes caught a relic in the corner, an antique slot called the Shadow Spinner. Unlike the garish modern machines, it was all polished brass and etched gold, its symbols, clovers, horseshoes, shadowy figures, seeming to shimmer. A waitress, Lila, 28, with emerald eyes and a roulette wheel tattoo, noticed his stare. "That's a legend," she said, tossing him a complimentary chip. "Been here since the '70s. Some call it cursed, others blessed. Owner won't touch it. Wanna try?" Jack snorted. "Luck and I parted ways years back." But the machine's hum felt alive, tugging at something deep. He slipped in the chip, pulled the lever. Clover, horseshoe, shadow. Nothing. He shrugged, turning back to his beer. Then it happened. A chime pierced the din. The spinner erupted, coins cascading like a silver waterfall. The jackpot counter climbed, $10,000. $50,000. $250,000. The casino roared, strangers cheered, Lila hugged him, a suited manager rushed over with a check and a duffel stuffed with cash. Jack's heart raced, but a chill crept in. Across the floor, a man in a dark trench coat watched, his scarred cheek glinting under neon. Then, he was gone. That night, in a $40 motel room, Jack sat on a lumpy mattress, staring at the duffel. $250,000, enough to erase debts, buy a new truck, maybe a fresh start. But sleep brought nightmares, spinning reels morphed into eyes, watching, judging. He woke to a pounding at the door. It was Lila, her face pale. "We need to talk," she said, glancing over her shoulder. "That machine's no game." Over stale coffee in a 24-hour diner, Lila spilled the truth. The Shadow Spinner was a mob relic, crafted by Victor Kane, a hacker who vanished in the '80s. Its algorithm wasn't random, it triggered under rare conditions, full moon, player biometrics, maybe even intent. The casino's owners, a shadowy syndicate, used it to launder money. "Your win's marked," Lila whispered. "They'll come for it." Jack scoffed, but his phone buzzed, an unknown number. "Congratulations, Mr. Harlan. Spend it fast." Click. Fear gripped him. Lila urged they run. They piled into his patched-up truck, the cash hidden under the seat, and peeled out toward California. Dawn broke over the desert, but a black SUV roared up behind them. The scar-faced man, Rocco, a syndicate fixer, rammed their bumper. Jack swerved, tires shrieking, as Lila shouted directions. They ditched the truck in a back alley, hopping a Greyhound to Phoenix. In a seedy motel, Jack hacked an old laptop, his mechanic's knack for circuits kicking in. He dug into the spinner's history. Kane wasn't dead, he'd faked it, leaving the machine as a digital trap, siphoning winners' data through casino apps. "Why me?" Jack demanded. Lila's eyes dropped. She'd slipped him a rigged chip, hoping to trigger the jackpot and expose the syndicate. Her brother, Tommy, had been a gambler, sucked dry by their schemes, dead by his own hand. This was her vengeance. Jack's anger softened, he knew loss too well. But as they planned, headlights swept the room. Rocco was back. Jack and Lila fled the motel, hearts pounding, as Rocco's SUV screeched after them. They ducked into a Phoenix warehouse district, meeting Lila's contact, a jittery ex-coder named Milo, once Kane's apprentice. Over flickering fluorescent lights, Milo explained, "The spinner imprints on you. It tracks your moves via casino comps, free drinks, loyalty cards, all bugs. To break free, spin it again, shadow, shadow, clover. That's the kill code." Rocco's men stormed the warehouse. Gunfire shattered the night. Jack grabbed a rusty pipe, swinging wildly, while Lila hurled crates to block their path. They escaped, bruised and breathless, stealing a beat-up sedan to race back to Vegas. The full moon hung low, casting eerie shadows. Lila's insider knowledge got them into the mirage after hours, past sleeping guards and humming cameras. The spinner stood alone, its brass gleaming like a predator's eyes. Jack inserted his last chip, whispering the code. The reels spun, faster, wilder. Alarms screamed. A hidden panel slid open, revealing a USB drive. Jack grabbed it, but boots thundered closer. They fought through guards, elbows and fists flying, and sprinted to the roof. Rocco was waiting, gun glinting. "The money's nothing," he snarled. "That drive holds the syndicate secrets, senators, CEOs, dirty deals." Wind howled through neon signs. Jack lunged, tackling Rocco. They grappled, fists pounding, until Rocco slipped, tumbling over the edge. His scream faded into the city's hum. Sirens wailed below. Jack and Lila vanished into the night, leaking the drive's files online, bribery logs, rigged games, murders. The syndicate imploded. Jack used his winnings to found a charity for gambling addicts, naming it for Tommy. Lila stayed by his side, their bond forged in fire. But on quiet nights, Jack felt the spinner's gaze. In Vegas, shadows never sleep. Months later, Jack and Lila settled in a small Nevada town, far from Vegas's glare. The foundation thrived, helping broken souls like Tommy. But the USB drive haunted Jack. Its files had exposed the syndicate, but whispers lingered, other machines, other cities, more of Kane's traps. One night, a letter arrived, no return address. Inside, a single chip, etched with a clover. A note read, "The game's not over." Jack burned it, but sleep brought visions of spinning reels. Lila noticed his unease. "We beat them," she said, squeezing his hand. "Let it go." But could he? The spinner had marked him, its shadows stretching long. Years passed. The mirage was sold, the spinner moved to a museum, its levers locked. Tourists snapped photos, unaware of its past. Yet rumors persisted, on certain nights, under a full moon, the reels turned on their own. Jack never returned to Vegas. He and Lila built a life, but he always checked the locks twice. One evening, a stranger visited the foundation, a woman with Lila's eyes, claiming to be Tommy's widow. She thanked Jack, then whispered, "Kane's alive. And he's watching." Jack's blood ran cold. The shadows weren't done spinning.